guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and for everybody who's new here, my name is Riya Khanna, and on this channel we talk about all things life. Well, today we're going to be talking about something that we've all been victims of, and that is overthinking. For the longest period of time in my life, I've thought about decisions that I could have taken better, I could have changed. But over the period of time, I realized those decisions made me who I am. And what's a life without stories to tell, But now that I've started living alone, I often catch myself overthinking about situations and things that I could have handled better or done better. And hence decided that I'm going to start working on how I can stop overthinking because it's consuming a lot of time. And I was reading here and there, and I came across these 5 techniques, and I thought I'll give them a try. Today's video is not going to be an educational video, but rather a feedback of techniques I've tried and techniques you can try to stop overthinking. I'm going to list down 5 techniques that you can use to stop overthinking, and you can pick whatever works the best for you. I'll be giving feedbacks on how I felt after using those techniques, and I'm also going to share which technique worked the best for me. So let's get into it. So the first one is the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding technique. This technique is basically used to help you snap out of your overthinking and come back to reality. It's basically 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. I did try it, and but it just, it did help me get out of the overthinking, but it did not stop it, So according to me, when can you use this technique? When you have something important coming up and you have a very less span of time in which you have to stop overthinking. For example, you have a meeting that you need to step into, and you're just constantly overthinking. That's when you can do this, so that you can break out of the overthinking phase and get into something important. You need to have something important right after. If you're free and if you do this technique, you're gonna snap right back. The second technique I came across was thought labeling. This technique is basically used to help create space between you and your thoughts. So basically, you label your thoughts. So instead of saying that I'm gonna mess this up, you would instant label your thought as I'm having thoughts about that I'm gonna mess this up. So this technique just basically, is a way of creating space between you and your thoughts, labeling it as, oh, these are not facts, but this is just mental noise. I get this, that why it would work out for some people, but it did not work out for me. I do believe that it's just a fancier way to overthink again. I would still think about it, right? Like, I'm gonna mess this up. I'm having thoughts of messing this up. I don't see this working out for me. But yes, it could work out for some of you who are very good at establishing boundaries. The third one and the most popular one is writing about it. I have seen a lot of people write about their thoughts, write about whenever you worry about it, just write it down, dump it down. I do feel that it does empty your mind, but I do feel that, my thoughts are now out in the world. Like, anybody could read it or anybody could figure it out, and I would like my thoughts to be private to me. And so it's just a new way to overthink again. So writing it did help me empty as to let it out, but it did not solve the issue again. The fourth one, and my favorite one, the one that has specially worked out magic for me, is setting a worry time. I know it sounds abstract and very weird. I agree, but when I came across this, I was like, wow, somebody who loves to plan their days would love this, and I loved it. So it's basically setting up 10 minutes in your day that this is my worry time, 6:30 to 6:40 is the time that I'm just gonna sit and worry. uh, I know sounds weird, but here's how it works. So basically, if anytime during the day I get a thought about something that I might start overthinking about, I'll just remind myself, oh, right now is not the time to worry and overthink about it. The time to think about it is at 6:30. So I save my day, I don't overthink, and when the time comes to actually think about it, I've already forgotten about it. So it worked out like magic for me. And it still acknowledges the fact that, yeah, you're worried about it, it's okay to overthink, but right now is not the time. You have other things to do right now, so don't waste your time on doing that. You have allocated time to it, do it then. So it was just so magical and just worked out so well for me. Fifth one is the most popular one again, which I've heard so many people talk about, is shifting into action. Well, overthinking thrives in inactivity. We all would agree on that. But a way to stop overthinking is to shift those thoughts into action. So if you're worrying about something, there are two ways. Can you do something about it? Yes. If yes, then go ahead, do that. Take smaller actions towards that. And if you cannot do anything about it, you have to just let it go. But I still feel that this technique would require so much inner work. You should know that you have to let go of that thought, and that would be so much more difficult. That would require so much more maturity on our path. So I do feel that it's a little more difficult and little less effective. Something that does not work out for me would definitely work out for you, so you could give it a try and see that it could work out for you. That's it for today's video. I hope that you find a way to stop overthinking, because I feel it's a waste of your precious energy and your precious mind. There's so much as humans we are meant to do, and overthinking is a way for us to just divert ourselves or distract ourselves from the main purpose of life. So I hope this video was helpful, and do drop down in the comments below if you try any of the techniques, and if anything else works out for you. I would love to give it a try. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.